We have some new features now. Let's say we want to add or attach this circle here to this image. Now we can do this by just dragging out here, type in attach, that's a new node, and we can attach this to this. We set to dark areas right now. So if we turn up the amount, you see it's attached to the dark areas. Now we can turn down this density, the size thing, and just play with the amount. You can also change this to light areas, and it will be at the light areas. You can change this to the whole shape. It will scatter on the whole shape. We can change the size, like that's a random size we can change in here, like random sized. We can change the rotation, well, like it's a circle, so no rotation here. And we can change the opacity, so random opacity in here, and we can turn off the image here, and you see that this is working fine. So the cool thing now is that's an attachment node, and we can let's scale this down, and we can combine this with anything we want. Like we can add a cloner here and just clone this here. So we can multiply things. And the coolest part is we can still change anything we want here. If we change the color here, everything gets updated. We can even let's say we don't like the shape at all. That was a big mistake. So let's just draw in a new shape in here. That's way better. And let's delete this and plug in this. So now we have the new shape in here. Wow, that's a mess. Let's delete the cloner node again. You can also create a second one if you like this and plug this in as well. Now half of the amount is from this, and the other half is from this, like 50% from this, 50% from this. So another thing I want to show you today is the cloner node. We already took a look at this. By the way, if you're new to this channel, I'm building my own design software, and you can be part of it. So we already took a look at this at the last video. Feel free to check it out. And we can set this to radial, and it clones the thing. Now we can bring this to the middle and add some copies, and you see it's very flexible, and you can do a lot of things with this. Now what I haven't shown you, you can add a cloner onto the cloner. So you can clone the cloned version. So let's do a scaled version. Let's just scale this down, and you can see we can rotate this, and we can do a lot of things. Now we can change the radius of this, we can add some copies in here, and we can play with this as we like. And the coolest part is this is also working with masks. So if I drag in the image from before, we can use this as a mask. Now let's drag out here and type in mask. You can use this element, like this element is inside this element, like this image is inside of this path. And if we do this, let's scale this up, you can see it's inside of this whole cloned thing. So this is merged, and you can combine things and it merges them, and it's still completely changeable and flexible as you want, as you'd like. So that's very, very powerful. You can stack multiple things, and that's the idea behind this whole software, that you can stack things and build some very cool things. Okay, so another thing is the gradient node. By the way, that's a new node as well. Let's say you like this and you want to add a gradient on top of everything. Now you can do this by just using the gradient node, and it combines everything you've done and applies a gradient on top of everything. You can change it here, the direction, and it's like you've merged all the elements, but you still have the whole control of everything you want to do. Another new thing is you can see the toolbar down here. Last time I messed up the recording, so now you can see the toolbar, is that we've added Bezier curves. Now you can draw curves. Beforehand you just had these straight lines. Now you can draw these curves like you're used to. You also have rectangle, ellipse, polygon, star, align, the simple basic shape tool you're used to as well. And something new as well is the layer hierarchy. So as you might have noticed, there's no layer system. The layer system is actually built into the nodes. So if you drag this node above this node, it's on top. If you drag it down, it's on the bottom. I'm not quite sure if we should keep this because it can be a bit buggy or a bit clunky, but try it. In the description below, there's a link. You can try the software for free. It's in development. Any feedback or any help is very appreciated. There's also, next to the gradient node, there's also the fill node, and you can just fill in a color to something like the input. Also, another thing from Unreal Engine, you can select multiple nodes and hit C, and you have a comment. Now you can move this around. It's like a group, and you can type in very nice shapes. So you have like a group of these shapes. Then we have now, you see these orange lines that indicate where, like it's like smart guidelines. Like in Figma, they have these as well. So you can just place things more easily. Another thing is if you hold down Shift, you can have like a step thing. So you can rotate things 90 degrees or 45 degrees without any pain. My next plans are to make the frames, so you can adjust the size of the canvas, you can copy things so you have multiple pages. Also, I want to implement a grid node to make grids and to attach things to the grid, and also make some effector nodes where you can add like some magnet effect, like things get pushed away or things get attracted by certain elements. So yeah, I'm really excited, and let me know if you have any ideas. I am happy to read your comments and everything. So like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.